Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Thruxton for Event 3 of my British Formula Ford series on Race 07. I am LoveSpuds, and last time out we were at Donington, and I was a little bit too fast for the competition, so it's probably a bit of a write-off really, but my driving style meant that it was not exactly a clear-cut thing, especially in the first race where I spun a bit, didn't actually finish first, I don't think. I can't remember now actually. And in the second race I won, and I actually won the event outright. Yes, because I finished first with 15 points, so I didn't win both races, I know that for sure. But anyway, well, he's a bit close. Right, this is qualifying. All the cars are setting their laps now, and I'm about to go out and set mine. Just want to see what sort of times they're setting. I was fastest in practice, but not by much, which is a bit more encouraging than Donington, where I was about 3 seconds faster. So, let's get on to qualifying, and I'll see you in a mo. Well, here we are with my qualifying lap. Have to apologise that the replay camera angles aren't particularly great, because they're just one angle, and they don't see me for most of the map. So, never mind. But here we are, with a bit of traffic in front of me. But nothing we can't actually deal with. So we should be okay. Just as long as he doesn't slow down too much, I should be alright. Timing's looking half decent so far. They're setting like 130s, and I just went through his wheel, didn't I? It's quite lucky, really. You'd think he'd be slowing me down quite a bit, but he's not. He's not actually. Compared to the other times the guys have been setting, they're not especially fast. I feel I can beat him with what I am doing right at the moment, and turns out that I do. Long and short of it, I mean, if I'm showing a qualifying lap, me being held up by someone, then it must have been pretty quick. But the gap isn't quite as large as Donington, at least. Do have a bit of problem with this chicane though, braking for this one, and everyone keeps spinning off at the chicane. But there you go, there's my lap, and let's just see where exactly it puts us on the grid. Okay, so here we are for race 1. As you can see, I qualified on pole with a 1:28.8. Second place had a 1:30.0. So yes, I'm still faster than them a little bit. I think it's because I had more of an advantage going around the long, bendy straight around the back, because I was able to put my foot down a bit more than they could, it seems. But at least it should be a bit of a closer race than Donington should be, hopefully. So let's see what we can do. If I can actually get my starts done properly this time. Haven't quite worked out the starts yet. I think I had a bit too much in the rev department before I set off. Just take it easy going around this corner as he jumps over the curbs. That's pretty awesome, actually. I would have expected him to have crashed out or something. But it's not going too bad so far. I'm in second. Could be a whole lot worse, that's for sure. Squeeze up the inside and the outside. Not quite going to work for me today. That's about as close as I want to get. That's heart in my mouth moment. Get rid of that. I tapped him a little bit, but at least I didn't punt him off the circuit. And I've got some pressure from behind as well. Yeah, there he is. I heard him. You never know, there might be a massive accident up front. Caused by me. Oh shit. Knew that wasn't going to end well. Oh, and look at the carnage now. That'll do nicely. So I'm just going to have to get by with the suspension problem. See how badly it's affecting me. It shouldn't be that bad. I don't think I was hit too hard. Steering might be a bit of an issue though, especially in the fast corners. Right, got past him cleanly enough. I knew I was going to cause an accident sooner or later. Got to be so careful you don't brake while turning. It's really not good for the car.
Caution, single yellow flag in sector 2, no overtaking.
Yeah, my suspension is definitely affected. So, that's why I... Bloody hell! Fucking hell, what the hell was that about? The AI can be too aggressive, you know. Oh no, it's really buggered my steering now.
Caution, single yellow flag in sector 3, no overtaking.
Oh, feck. Well, that's my race over.
You lost right front wheel.
And now I'm actually stuck. See if I can get out of here. No. No, well that's it guys, that was a short-lived race. Hopefully I can do better in race 2. Well, it actually has a cause of not finishing there. Well, so that was a really disappointing race. Yeah, so this isn't exactly going to be a long video today. But oh well. Oh, you got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? That's the downside of the AI sometimes. They all just completely ram you. But never mind. So let's move on to race 2. And so here we are for the second race. I assume I'm at the back. But yeah, let's hopefully have a better race this time. And hopefully we'll finish the race. That would be amazing. So winning's the only option for me today. Don't know how likely that's going to be starting at the back. I'm actually not at the back, I'm 23rd. Someone else obviously didn't finish the race before me. So the only problem with starting at the back is the carnage that's going to happen in front of me. That's the only issue. I suppose the most dangerous place to be is up in the midfield there, because you can get hit from behind while avoiding all the carnage that's happening. I've got the feeling something bad's going to happen, especially being at the back. But at least you get a good view of all the wheels flying around, I suppose. Got a bit bogged down there, but no damage done to me, that's the main thing. Up to 20th. Those cars are very close together. There's the first yellow flag. Yeah, I can see tyres all over the place. I'm caught on something. Yeah, that's it. It's gone now. I felt that I picked up some debris from some of the other cars, and I did, but it's gone now, at least. And I came out really well out of that, actually up to 11th, which may end up being a bit lower now I'm on the grass. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just didn't turn in enough, I don't think.
Caution, single yellow flag in sector 3, no overtaking. Caution, single yellow flag sector 3. No overtaking.
Came out of that okay, that's for sure. Wasn't too bad. 14th after the first lap. Carnage-filled lap. Not too shabby. Hope I can make up a few more places in a moat. Hopefully I won't get hit from behind either. That's always a threat. So let's see what happens up front, because this high-speed section's always a bit dodgy. And as you can see, yeah, someone's lost all of their tyres.
Caution, single yellow flag in sector 2. No overtaking.
Oh, this is fun. If you've got Race 07, I really recommend you download this mod, because this is a ton of fun. Maybe a lot of crashes going on, but you should at least get it for the lols. Really got to stop going off on the grass here. But yeah, I'm up in 9th. So that's a very good result. Let's see if I can make up a few more places. Things should probably settle down now. That cars are a bit more spread out. Wouldn't surprise me if there's more scattered car parts lying around. The more I go around. On lap 3, it's looking good so far. I might be able to get a few points out of this. It's all about the championship, scoring consistent points, not necessarily about winning every event. Because it's just occurred to me that most of the guys who are in contention for the championship don't always finish near the front in these races. Like that guy I lost out to at Brands Hatch. He was at the back in the previous race, and I don't know where he is in this race, but it will all play into my favour. If I'm consistently in the points, then I can maintain my lead, which is pretty healthy at the minute, so I don't think I'm under too much threat. We'll soon see at the end of this one. Sector 3, so that must be at the chicane here. I assume, yep. A few more places made up. That chicane is a gold mine for positions. Thought I was going to lose it then. Who's this up in front? This must be an Ayrton Senna car, I think. Can't quite tell though, it could be anyone, because I haven't looked at the position names yet. But I'm up in 6th, so that's at least a few points. Just take it easy going around here, I'm not going to push it too hard, because I do have pretty good pace, so there's no need to throw away just yet. Just tear off another strip off my helmet. Oh, and as soon as I do that, another bit of muck flies onto me. Let's see who messes up in the chicane this time. If anyone. Oh, yeah, someone did.
Caution, single yellow flag in sector 3. No
Alright, so I'm crossing the line now. Let's see who's behind me. Oh, I didn't get a look. 6th and 7th must be really close together. slightly wide there, but no harm done. Not exactly fighting with anyone at the moment. I can see 4th and 3rd in my in distance. Certainly possible to get those positions. I've really got to stop jinxing myself though. You think you can carry so much more speed into corners than you can actually do. Just puts you in a false sense of security sometimes. These cars, because I keep forgetting there's no bloody rear wing on it. You think it's just going to stick. Take it easy, take it easy. That's where most of these cars mess up. On the braking to that chicane. I felt sure I was actually going to catch those guys up, but doesn't look like it. I'm just hoping they take each other out. So you never know, they are quite close to each other. They could get a bit fruity on this lap. And I could end up sneaking a podium. Throughout all the carnage that I've managed to somehow avoid. Through sheer luck. Oh, someone did. Hey. I knew that would happen. You can see AI cars getting too close in this little section of track, then you know some shit's going to go down. Oh, what's happened to... Oh no, nothing's happened, it's just some barriers. Thought there were some red cars on the grass. But Mr. Mingay has won the race. Oh, still time for me to mess it up though. Oh, don't overtake me, don't overtake me. Holy shit! Come on, I nearly threw that away. But I'm in the points. Oh, brilliant. That's absolutely fine with me. I got some points taken away from that, but I am not going to win the event, unfortunately. Let's continue the results. So I managed to get 5 points out of that, so that's not too bad. Could be worse. Let's see where I end up. 7th overall. Mr. Oh god. Slagaki. I believe that's the Netherlands. Ahead of all these Englishmen. 18 points, that's not a bad haul at all. So let's have a look at the championship standings. We have Mr. LoveSpuds on 34 points. This handicap weight does in fact not apply. So there's no point in even having the fucking column, but never mind. And Slageki, or however you pronounce it, is in second with 24 points. All the rest are on 15, 14, 14, 12, 12, 12, 11, 10, 9. They're all pretty tight actually, it's not too bad. It's quite fun to see. And no point looking at that. And yes, so what remains for me to say is join me next time for event 4 at Alton Park Circuit. It looks like a pretty interesting one. I actually haven't raced here before, so this should be interesting. I haven't raced here before in any game. Surprised to say actually. No, I don't think I have. Right, so join me next time for event 4, yes. I'll see you then.